Welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be covering the main quest, For Whom the Bell Tolls, in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I've skipped the first parts of the quest where we need to move the sacks and craft the horseshoe. I've also added timestamps of the various objectives so you can skip to the one that you need. We start by trying to find Thomas, who's up in the chapel above. We need to use stealth and get through the restricted sections without being caught. There are a couple of routes we can take to the chapel. I'll show both routes so you can try either route if you're struggling to sneak past the guards. I'll also show how to find and craft the medicine that Thomas needs. There'll be quite a lot of guards patrolling the restricted section, so it's a good idea to crouch when you're inside and to close the doors behind you. It's also a good idea to save and exit as often as you like in this quest, as it's easy to get caught and it can be frustrating having to start from an earlier point in the quest. You want to make sure you're crouched so you can throw a stone to get the guard's attention, then we can sneak past him up the stairs. Then you just keep going up the stairs until you reach the chapel at the top.
The first bell. Another 11 to go.
We found Thomas and his sister. I've skipped the dialogue, but we basically say that we need to find some medicine for him. So we now need to go to the other side of the castle to find which medicine he needs. We need to exit without being caught, so I'll show another route you could have used to and from the chapel. I've skipped the big section of steps as you just go back the way we came, and we want to now sneak past the guard by throwing the stone and getting past him as before.
Did I imagine it?
We're now out of the restricted section and we're just passing the wooden stairs we used to get to the chapel earlier. So you want to go back to the courtyard where we forged the horseshoe, and we want to go to the left here and rob a bag. Do this slyly as the guards can catch you. It's really important you take the lockpick, which we need to use later in the quest to open a chest. Rather than going up these stairs, you want to go through the doorway and steal some food, which you'll then use to distract a guard to progress.
I suppose you're waiting here for a bite to eat.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
After giving the guard the food, he'll turn his back and then we can make our way up the stairs. Like before, you just want to keep going up until we find a red door. Then take the door to the right and speak to the lady we saw at the pond. I've tried each of the 3 dialogue options, but I failed every time, so we didn't gain too much. Either way, she'll then leave and we can find the book on the bookshelf. We'll then find out we need a fever tonic. Luckily, all the ingredients we need is in the chest here. This is why it was important to pick up the lockpick by the forge earlier. This is also a good time to save and exit, as you can only get one shot at trying to lockpick the chest, and it can be frustrating if you fail it. Take all the ingredients and head over to the alchemy bench and we can start brewing the fever tonic. If you're finding this video helpful, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Thank you. Find the fever tonic recipe. We need a base of wine, then 3 handfuls of feverfew, 2 handfuls of ginger and 1 handful of elderberry leaves. If you're unsure on the recipe, it's worth writing it down for reference when you're brewing.
third toll. I'd better get moving.
We've successfully brewed the fever tonic, so we need to head back to the chapel to give it to Thomas. I've skipped past the stairs we came up. Luckily the guard that we gave the food to is now gone. You can just sprint back to the chapel running from the guards, as there'll be a cutscene as soon as you get to the chapel stairs. But for the purpose of this video we won't do that, so I can show you the second route to the chapel.
What's that? Did I imagine it?
As soon as you get to the chapel stairs, there'll be a long cutscene which I've skipped. We've then completed the quest. Hopefully this has been helpful. Thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe for more.